Hey, make sure not to record this. I have to talk. I have a video where I have to talk about how I'm broke, but I still invest in things, and like how you can invest in things when you're broke.
How are you gonna pull that off?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a story about how you can get rich while still being broke. It's an old video I made back in the day about how to invest when you're broke. Hope you guys enjoy.
How to invest in real estate when you're broke. This is Sean Ray with Sean Ray Realty, and today I'm going to be going over a method I use to get started with an actual listing right now. I'm breaking down all the numbers, how you can go from being a renter to not only a home buyer, but also a home investor. So what are we working on? Today we got this 5763 Arlington Park Drive. It's currently active, and I got a cheat sheet right behind me, so I'm gonna be looking off camera to go through all the numbers. So say hypothetically speaking, you're looking at this video right now and you are a renter living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Here in Dallas, it's around $2,000. If you're lucky, you get a little under $2,000 a month. If you're trying to get some more fancy stuff, you're in like the $3,000 to $3,500 a month for a 2-bedroom. So let's just say, for instance, market average $2,000. Then you're spending around $12,000 a year personally, and 24 combined with you and your roommate. So let's try to see how we can match what you're currently spending on this exact property. This property is going for $240,000. So a lot of people have the misconstrued notion that you have to put 20% down. That is not true. If this is a personal investment for you and you're going to live in it, you can put down almost 3%, 5% down to get into this home. So let's do a conventional loan for 3%. So at a 3% down, you're putting at $7,200. Now, $7,200 is what you would invest in the property, but there's a thing called seller contributions, which I always use. Seller contributions allows you to have the seller contribute 2%, up to 2% of the sale. And so at that point, they're contributing $4,800, which brings you down to only having to put in $2,400. And so that's amazing. You can get into this house for $2,400. But wait, we're not done. There's also closing costs. And so closing costs are normally in Dallas around 2%. So that brings us back up at that $4,800 range. That brings us back up to $7,200 total. So now you're into this house, you bought a house for $7,200. This property is located right next to the medical district and located right next to Love Field. So you have this perfect blend of potential people that could be coming in for renters from the medical district side and flying in from Dallas. So keep that in mind for later, because that's an important tidbit. So let's say, for instance, you just get you and your roommate, you move in. And so what's that going to look like? If you and your roommate move into this property, you're going to put no money into furniture because there's going to be 2 of you and 2 empty bedrooms. And so you just bring the furniture you already have in from your 2-bedroom apartment right now. That's going to be around, after mortgage, it's called PITI, so principal, interest, tax, and insurance. And so that's going to bring you around that $1,700 range with throw in electricity, water, and cable, internet, stuff like that. You're going to be paying around $2,000 a month. And so you're going to split that with your roommate. So you're back to exactly where you were with an apartment. But you say, damn, I just paid $7,200 to get into this place. That's true, but you got 2 extra bedrooms to play with. So say, for instance, you do $700 a month per roommate, and that's going to be all bills paid. Most people are down to pay $700 a month, especially at a brand new renovated property like this one, for that $700 all bills paid rate. So for $700 per roommate, if you can get 3 extra roommates, so overall there's you and 3 roommates in this place. If you're down to dorm it up for just 1 year, then that's going to bring you around $8,400 a year for each roommate. And so if you get all 3, that's $25,000, let's just round it out to $25,000 a year. And so that leaves you with a profit of $1,200. And so let's just stick to that simple math. You have now lived in this property for free, and you've profited $1,200 in this entire first year of living there. And so that's pretty awesome. You go from spending $12,000 a year in renting, now you own a property and you just got paid $1,200 a year. Deal, sold, sign me up, you're good. But then you say, but I also have to factor in the case that I spent $7,200 this year to get into this $1,200 savings. So is it really worth it? Well, if you look at it just like that, it would take around 5 or 6 years for it to make it really worth it if you don't factor in your $12,000 savings from the apartment. But But let's sweeten the deal just a little bit. So there's a thing called debt pay down and also appreciation of the property. In Dallas, appreciation right now is around 5 to 7%, but let's just say, for instance, the market is softening, so we're bringing it down to like that 3 to 5% range. So say, for instance, the property is just raising itself by 3% each year. If it does raise by 3% each year, then we're looking at $7,200 exactly, $7,200 in just your property appreciation. So in 1 year, the amount that you put into the property is the exact amount that you get back in equity. But there's also debt pay down. And debt pay down on this property can be anything from $1,500 to $2,500 depending on how you schedule your payments. But let's say, for instance, it's $2,000. Then that means that you're now $9,200 in equity, which if you don't know equity, we can explain this in another video, but your equity is now $9,200 on this property apart from the down payment that you did initially. Now combine that with your $1,200 in savings. Now you're over $10,000, $11,000 that you've made by living in the property for 1 year. So not only have you paid back your down payment, but you've also made some money on top of that. Well done. So that's just if you did the traditional roommate route. So I hope that's food for thought for you guys. This is an actual thing you can do today with a property you actually have right now. Message me if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and keep me in mind next time you're looking for an apartment, to buy a home, or to invest in a property. See you guys.
Well, hopefully that was cool. If you guys liked it, press the like button. If you guys didn't, make sure to beat me up in the comment below, and I'll defend myself with very snarky remarks. All right, make sure to press subscribe. See you in the next video.